I wanted to get in my microphone too. Taking all the claps for your microphone.
So many claps.
Yeah. For the girls, for the guys.
Triple claps for the girls for the new year.
Triple claps for the days.
Quadruple claps for the 2025.
Everybody.
Wow.
Hey. Speaking of everybody, hey guys, welcome back. We're going to do more podcasty stuff.
Oh, we're going to do a lot more. Yep. Happy New Year, guys. How's it going?
Yeah.
That was a genuine question. How's it going?
No, we're waiting for you to answer in the comments because I don't know what else to do. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. No, do whatever you guys want. I'm sorry to peer pressure you.
I got stuff. I got stuff for this episode. Don't worry.
How was your holidays?
It's chill. It's pretty relaxed. Yeah, Ronnie got back from Vietnam. She was very
safely. We love that.
Yeah. Whew, touch and go there.
I get so worried when everybody travels. I'm always like, then I don't want to ask. I'm like, hey, did you make it in safe? Because I always am like, what if I jinx it? Because I don't know when people come in, so then I don't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm stressed out, just so you know. That's happening.
You know, for the first time, I'd never picked up somebody from international travel. I didn't realize that there's actually like a little receiving place where you can meet them. Like they'll tell you which gate they're going to come out of, and a bunch of people are sitting there like waiting, which I don't know. Usually when I picked up someone from the airport, it's like on that part where you just got to quickly like park. And yeah, and I was like, I don't want to do that because I know she's not feeling well. I know she's going to be tired. Like, let's just like, I'll pay to park real quick so we can just comfortably like put everything away. Right. But I just didn't know that there was like a little spot where you can like wait for people. It makes perfect sense, but just never crossed my mind. So it was cool. I was sitting there. I took her like probably half hour to get her luggage. Yeah. So I ended up hanging out in the like the little waiting area for a while, but it's fun to see all these different people kind of like come through. Like this Italian family was like damn near like having an orgy. They hadn't seen each other in forever. Just, you know, like touchy and lovey they were. They were like, my boy, you at home? And is like touching his ass and rubbing his back. I was like, wow.
Mario.
My people.
Luigi. Everybody's here.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's cool. What about you? How was holidays?
Holidays were good. I won Christmas.
You won. Nice.
I won it. Yeah. It's up for winning. And anybody who doesn't know that, they're a loser. They lose Christmas. And I don't. Every year I win, but every year it still feels good. And I'm never like, so whatever, I always win. But I was like, nah, I won again. That's
like I'm undefeated.
I am the undefeated at Christmas spirit. And just mostly gift giving. That's really the only way you can tell is like if everybody really likes their gift. And I'm the only, so in my family, everybody's like, just send each other links, like what they want. Okay. I'm the only person who doesn't do that. And I'll be like, I'm actually going to think for 2 months about what you would like. And I'm going to go shopping and I'm going to find it. And you're going to be surprised. So I'm like the only mystery gift everybody gets. So that's it. And then that's my gift to me is that I win Christmas. I just sit there and I wait for everybody else to open their gifts. And I'm just like, I've done it again. That's it. I'm going out on top. So yeah. So Christmas was good. And New Year's was good, was really chill. We every year we give our kid like a new board game. Okay. So we got this game. It's not a board game. It's like a card game, but it's called Think Fast. And it's like it'll have like somebody at the bottom, and it has like these obscure somebody or a person, place, thing. It doesn't have to be a person, but like it'll have these obscure clues, and then you have to like guess who it is. And each round is like more complicated. So we played that on New Year's until the countdown, and then we did the countdown, and I was like, go to bed, and that was it.
Nice.
Yeah. But so pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, I gambled a little bit on New Year's, played like a 1-4-24 with my mom and her friends, and just robbed them.
Nice.
Straight robbed them. It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Got really lucky on my like first roll, hit a perfect roll. So it's like you have to hit perfect or you owe me money. And then the second time around, because you win, if you win the round, you have to go first again. And I got like the highest score is 24. I got 22. And I was like, Jesus. And I was supposed to go to Ronnie's house anyway. So I look like such a skis, being like, there's a lot of fun. I better get out of here, guys. Like, this is
Bye,
good.
ladies.
And they're like, what the hell? Which is funny because I came in, I opened up, like, when are we playing dice games? I'm trying to steal money from y'all. Like, jokingly. And I'm like, oh, God, I did do that. I was that guy. And it felt really good.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I mean, leave while the getting's good.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's nice.
I gotta watch a bunch of theater kids do karaoke now.
Sick.
That's what I gotta
do. I'm gonna hit all different ends of the spectrum on holidays.
Oh yeah,
that's nice. Yeah. So there's other theater kids in on Ronnie's side. Sorry, as he takes a sip. That's terrible podcasting.
No, there is. She's found all of them in the area.
Oh yeah,
they all they belong to a guild.
Collected them.
A little fraternity.
Little Pokemon. Caught them all.
Oh yeah. All the good ones. My favorite one they won't hang out with because he's way too old and might be a little mentally unwell, but I think he's funny.
I think some of the most funny people are, for being truthful. Yeah.
He's a guy, he never, I won't name him because it just wouldn't be nice. I mean, we all know who he is, those who are going to be listening, but he is probably like 45 now, like keeps going to Las Positas to do theater and just like, there's something going on upstairs, not everybody made it to the hotel and they're just running on like fumes. And I always, anytime he comes up, I'm like, you mean the greatest actor alive, so-and-so? And it's the only time I've ever seen Ronnie want to like strangle me.
Yeah.
She's like, we cannot stand this man. I said, I love how much he upsets you guys. In my mind, he's more about that life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he's grinding.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's right for the part. Doesn't matter if he should be there at all. He's going to be there with a 16-bar upbeat, modern, contemporary, fucking, yeah.
He could care less about the destination. He's just about the journey.
He's there.
He's like,
he's like a fighter who will take a fight last minute. He's just like, I'm just for the love of the game.
Why not? Yeah.
Records 2 and 28. He's just like,
he's like,
I'm just here for it.
It.
Ain't no one gonna tell me I didn't fight.
Exactly.
It's like we wanted you to stop so long ago. Yep.
I've been trying to watch the news.
Okay. Good time to start watching it. It's a good season.
Honestly, for the first time in my life, I've been trying. I'll get up early, I'll put on Chrome 4. I'll be like, okay, go ahead, go. And then I'm trying so hard to like have something topical to talk about with you twice a month on the thing. And man, the news is so sad or so boring. So I was like, I tried for maybe like 13 minutes and then I was like, that's what I got.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing if you're going to like start doing it. It's got to be a background thing. You got to like just have it on while you're doing like making breakfast or something. Because you just need to catch. It's like Gillis said, you just got to catch 1 or 2 facts.
That's it.
That's being informed. Particularly as an American, that is being informed. It's like CNN said this.
Right.
And you're like, so I say this. That's what you're about. But yeah, so things I've noticed in the news.
What's popping in the news with Jared?
With me? Well, okay. First one. Let's start with the drones in New Jersey. Have you heard about these?
No.
You know what's going on?
That wasn't a part of my 13 minutes of film.
And that's all right. It sounds like, Noah, you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been around.
So I've been looking into this. So like for the last like couple months, these drones showed up off of the shores of like the Jersey Shore, and they're big, I guess. Some of them are like the size of like cars, and they're just there. And local law enforcement has no explanation for them, but we're not shooting them down, which is like, I don't know if you remember the Chinese balloon incident. Like,
yes,
we immediately shot that shit down. So people don't know what to think. A bunch of weird conspiracies have shown up. Someone was like, well, Iran has like a mothership that's like off the coast, which turned out not to be true because that would like not be okay. Like, there's no way the U.S. Navy would allow something like that to happen. But basically just no one knows what to do. And it's one of those classic, like, there's something in the sky I don't know and I'm nervous. So people are saying all sorts of crazy stuff, but it's still weird. The other theory is that like we might have lost a nuclear warhead. So these are American like special drones that are like trying to figure out what happened to this nuclear warhead. Who knows?
My thought about stuff in the sky is like, stuff's in the sky. What am I going to do about it? You know, I'm not going to do anything about it.
No, just go, what the hell?
I'm going to look at, I don't even know what the sky looks like. I'm just on my phone all the time. So I'm just like, I'm just going to keep going through here. That's it.
I think more Americans need to be like that, actually. They need to stop.
I'm not getting involved in sky business. I'm doing ground business right now. I'm trying to stay in my lane.
There's FedEx ground and there's Caitlin ground.
That's it. I'm not in the skies. You guys, I'm minding my business, but
yeah.
Are there other stuff in the sky?
Well, that's just making everyone really concerned because it's like, what are they doing up there? And I guess they're coming out every night between like 7 p.m. and like 1 a.m. or something like that. Like right after it gets dark.
So people come out there and they're like, I'm going to go look now.
Yeah.
Not staying in their lane.
No.
not staying on ground business.
No.
I hate that for them.
No, Jersey's on some sky business right now.
You know what? Jersey has always been cutting edge. Yeah. They've always been cutting edge,
and not
if
just
you
their
think
haircuts.
about it. Exactly.
The other thing I saw in the news I thought was really fun. Do you know who Lily Phillips is?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, so she is a OnlyFans creator who had sex with 100 guys in one day.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I read
that's
that.
right.
I read that one.
Yeah, and there's
Uh-huh.
a documentary about it.
I was trying to get on the
I didn't
list.
see it.
You're trying to get on the
How does that work?
I don't think it was that hard. I feel like
I
if you want,
submitted a Google form.
well, she's gonna do the 1,000 people. Are you?
Yeah, I know.
Yo, get on that
Dude,
Google
wait,
form.
what's the cutoff number for you?
What do you mean?
So like, obviously, being number one's not too bad, and being number 1,000's objectively the worst. What's your cutoff number? Like,
or
if
is
you're-
the best 1,000? Like, what if
Oh,
there's like a
what?
celebration? What if like the confetti drops on like guy 1,000
confetti?
or fireworks?
Well,
I don't
honestly, number 1,000 might get to finish.
That is true.
know. I don't know how this is possible.
Because all the numbers before that, you're getting your one pump and you're done.
That was the thing she said in the documentary, was that she was really overwhelmed with doing the 100 guys. She said by like guy 40, she was just really stressed out that, like, I guess because she started kind of become very rote, very like paint by numbers, and these guys are like, what the hell? You know, I don't get the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody gets the girlfriend experience. If you're putting up these kind of numbers on the board, it's just not gonna like.
I agree.
Go on.
It's a ridiculous thing to want.
Mhm.
I expect. And again, I don't know, like how do you go into that situation expecting anything more than just, you got 30 seconds.
Exactly.
It's on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking
Yeah.
I
You
got.
got to show up with Viagra,
What
and
you
got
do
to.
with your time,
Yeah.
your business.
I'm just saying, if it would not be me, if that was me in that situation, I gotta come ready to come.
Yeah. About your business.
Yeah, I'm there to get it done.
You're a pragmatic guy.
Very Mission Impossible.
So
Gone in
what
60
number are you
seconds.
gonna be? What number in the line are you?
I'm not
He
there.
didn't fill
You're
out the
not in the
Google form.
line.
If I have to be there, I'm fighting tooth and nail for position 1.
Yeah.
And if that's not happening, I'm learning how to like disassociate. Like,
Everybody's disassociated
yeah,
in the room.
there's no way. I mean, again, like it's fucking position 1, like position 2. If I like the guy who's position 1, like he's a buddy or someone I think is all right, you know. But I'm already not happy. My happiness meter has gone down. If you could say the most happy I could be in that situation is a 100, and that's relative to like having a birthday or being good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Immediately, if I'm number 2, we're at 40%.
So if you get slot 89, what are you doing?
I am praying to God that I don't catch something.
Yeah.
But again, like, do I
How does that
have to,
even
in this situation,
work?
do I even have to be there, or can I just go home?
Right.
Like, 'cause I'm not.
Let number 49 run it back again for my, like, if anybody's paying attention like that hard.
That would be funny. Just keep coming back with disguises.
Yeah. Oh, that would make it very funny to watch. You just have like the most ridiculous fake mustache.
Yeah.
You come back, you have like the Rastafarian beanie with the stuff in it.
Yeah. It's.
No, I did read about this. And so you're telling me that there was a documentary. Is there also like, I assume this is to videotape.
Yeah, so my understanding was, and this was the big concern that everyone was talking about with something like this, it's that the oversaturation of OnlyFans girls has created this market where to get noticed, you have to do these crazy stunts.
Just like comedy.
Totally.
Sorry.
I'm going to tell 1,000 jokes to strangers. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. We should come up with a comedy version of the...
The Lily Phillips marathon.
Yeah, but for joke telling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, so is it going to be like a porn? Like, is the porn going to be like, here's my 100 guys in a day? And then also there's a documentary, or she was just doing it for a documentary?
No. She was doing it to promote her OnlyFans. Once people caught wind of it, because it obviously took her a couple months, I think, to like set it all up, this documentarian was like, can I like start filming this process?
Mm-hmm.
And so they got to talk to her a little bit, and a lot of YouTubers that like comment on this type of stuff have like kind of done like a deep dive of react to it. And what's interesting is like you can tell there are moments where you're like, she really doesn't want to do this. Like you can tell it's really messing with her, but she's trying so hard to maintain this brand of like
I want to do this.
Yes.
That's how it, because how it read was like, yes, I'm stoked on this. And
yeah, but then she almost broke down crying in the documentary.
yeah, okay, so tell me about that, because I didn't read that long.
So
I know she cried.
yeah, she says something to the effect of, "This is not for everybody. I wouldn't recommend it. It was a lot of fun, but also like." And again, this is why like your face is what everyone's like. Wait, which side of the fence are you on with this?
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, I started feeling really bad because like a lot of these guys, they kept like, "What do you mean? Like I'm not gonna get to finish?" And I just felt bad. I wasn't able to exactly.
The thought about everybody's finishing is just the mechanics of it is
oh right.
fucking miserable.
Well, again, the mechanics of trying to have sex with 1,000 people in one day.
I mean, we're just talking about the 100 though. We haven't got to 1,000 yet, right?
But that's her next thing.
That's crazy. That's a 90% jump. Like that's a crazy jump.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I doubt it.
It's a 10x.
Sure.
Yeah.
Math,
But it just feasibly, logistically does not make sense.
No.
It doesn't. I don't think it's possible. I think someone did the math on it. Like everyone only gets like 6 minutes or something like that. But like the woman's still gonna have to eat. Like
I know.
Like it's.
She just had to go to the bathroom. She's gonna have to go to the bathroom so many times. You're supposed to go as a lady. You're supposed to go to the bathroom afterwards.
Right.
So I don't even know how to stay hydrated for such a feat.
I know someone's just gonna have to hit her with an IV drip during it. It's gonna.
What
It's
if?
gonna
That
be
could
disgusting.
That could be like the part of the process of it. It's
Yeah.
like you have to have an IV. You have to just get your nutrients.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And also, I mean, just gosh, not to get too gross, but just like there's no way she's staying aroused and prepared for that whole thing.
The way I thought about all this, hold on. I thought it was going to be like she's in the hospital with an IV, like you're saying, and they're just coming in, boom, one pump out. Like go, get out, right?
Get out here.
Yeah.
That would be the way I would
Like,
imagine it
let's
had
set
to be
a
done.
fucking record
Right.
here,
Let's
right?
don't be a hero.
Yeah, we're
Like-
here. We're here for history. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm man 383. God damn
Yeah,
it.
I'm just trying. It's like some people got to be on the moon. I get to
Yeah.
be here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree too. I saw something to that effect. Something of like this is not going to be a sexual experience. It's going to be a going through the motions to count towards a world record. Because that's the reason why she did 1,000. Apparently, it's a world record.
I read too. Did you see who has like the current record?
No, who does?
There is somebody who has a current record. It's like 600 plus. Could you look that up for us, please, Noah? I'm so sorry to ask you. But there's a.
We'd hate to ask you to do your job.
I'm so sorry, Noah. We were having a really nice conversation until I made you look at the phone. But I think she's got like 680. I don't know who it is. It's
That's insane.
An older porn star, but that did come up because I believe that's how Apple News works. It's like you read this article.
Yeah.
Check out all this porn articles.
Lisa Sparks, 919 men, 24
my
hours.
bad, I was off.
919.
The palindrome. Shout out. I do think they're lucky. I think the palindromes are lucky, or they're like a sign. You're
I
like
think that's why she stopped there.
probably.
She probably could have knocked out 920.
That's probably.
She's probably really feeling it at that point, and she's like, "No,
Yeah, she's like, you know what?
palindrome."
That felt right. That
Yeah.
felt like the correct
And
amount.
number 920 is like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Exactly. That's also, it's like, I don't even know 1,000 people. I don't know 100 people, like actual people. I don't know them. And then it's like, that's crazy to like,
Oh,
meet
hold on.
them.
How many people were at TJ Maxx? Probably like what?
Well,
30?
yeah. Well, but that we're on a first name basis with, you're talking a dozen. Okay.
Okay.
That we're like, and there's one lady who thinks I'm from New York because I wear my Bills hat all the time.
Nice.
I'm like, yes. I'm like, for sure, that's what's going on. And then she'll be like, this, and I'll be like, obviously, New York, am I right? And that's it. No, I don't know. How does it make you, like, do you have a feeling for Lily?
Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the whole thing. It's so not politically correct to like have any type of anti-stance on OnlyFans.
Sure.
I just think from a mental health perspective, it can't be good for you.
I don't even think from a physical health perspective
Sure.
that it can really be good for you.
Oh, okay. Specifically the Lily Phillips situation, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying OnlyFans as a whole.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
go
just
off.
like, the whole thing is like, one, I think unfortunately, our society works best when it's hard for men to get laid because then they start doing impressive things to get laid. Once it becomes really easy to get laid, everybody stops working hard. And once everybody stops working hard, everything starts falling apart. So it's like the more promiscuous that like women are, and yes, women should have the right to do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to do that, but I think it's evident that there is a direct consequence. They show now that like it's not a big deal. Like monogamy is not as like enforced. Things fall into what's called the Pareto distribution. So like the top 20% of dudes take all the women and the other 80% get nothing. Now, again, if you're a scrub, you're a scrub. I'd say get good. Like you should get a job.
We don't want no scrubs.
No, and nor should you. But when you see that there's no shot, no matter what you do, to get a girlfriend, and we're being very dramatic here. We're just playing with the big numbers, but it just tends to be what has happened is like we thought everyone doing a free love thing meant everyone was going to have more opportunities for sex. We're finding that is not the case. Those who are the top handsome, successful men are having a wonderful time. And monogamy used to actually be about restraining those men from taking all the opportunities away from the men that were right behind them. So it was like when you paired off, every guy ended up with one girl. Maybe a lot of these guys in that hyper competitive thing weren't going to get a partner. And there's nothing more dangerous to society than young, angry men who have nothing to lose. So it's bad. It's creating this really, that's why we have so many goddamn school shooters in a weird way. Like that and all the Ritalin and all of the drugs that we're throwing everybody on.
It's really just like the perfect storm.
I think so.
That we're creating.
I think so.
America.
And I'm being kind of funny saying like it all starts with women not being like that. But I do think there is a reality to just how the different sexes work and what they're going to do when presented with scarcity. And and I just think it sounds like all the data is coming out that like this is not, for most women, they're not like, excited to have to be playing this hypergamous game. It's not fun for anybody to feel this competitive with it. But the trade-off is less freedom, which is totally anti-American. So it's like, there's what's good for us, I guess, what has shown to be better for us as a society, and then what's good for the individual. And we've definitely been moving towards like all power to the individual, and we're just seeing the consequences of that.
Yeah.
And the consequences seem to be women doing a lot more, having more relationships, which they're self-reporting they don't enjoy as much. And then men that are not as competitive in the sexual marketplace going like, what's the point of being alive? Because this guy who I hang out with who's super cool has 6 girlfriends and I can't even get one. But if you're the guy who's getting the 6 girlfriends, you're like, this is the best thing ever.
Right.
Which is, it sounds like historically they figured this out a long time ago. And that's where like, actually, everyone has to have one girlfriend. And all those guys are like, what the fuck? Like, you can't do that. You got to start a club with your friends. You got to come on each other. You got to go to Bohemian Grove if you want to do that. You can do it once a year. The rest of the time, you got to be a good boy. Like, and we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So I went way off to just OnlyFans girls. I don't know. It's great that women can make all this money.
Right. Like, and they're not being exploited. They're like, I definitely see like the like female empowerment of like, I'm exploiting me. Nobody else is exploiting me because I mean, I don't have all the cool porn facts that you do, but like, I think
so many cool porn facts.
So many cool, come for the cool porn facts, guys. But dang, I'm going to forget it. No, but it's like, I think historically it's like anything else where women are being exploited and they're not getting paid. I mean, I think always they've been being paid better than dudes in porn.
Oh, I think so too.
But now it's like off the charts.
I believe that was a big deal about Johnny Sins was he's one of the few male porn stars. He's like a billionaire now. He's just very like, he made a lot of good moves with his money, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, that's so rare in the porn industry for a male to come out on top.
Yeah.
Besides like a Ron Jeremy, who again, I don't know how he transcended just being a porn star, but yeah, it's a weird thing. Everyone should be allowed to do whatever they want. That's how I feel. I'm like, drugs are bad for you, but you should be able to do them.
Yeah.
OnlyFans, I think, is really bad for society, but you should be able to do it. I would hope that we as a society are able to allow those things to be there and also develop the discipline to be like, well, these are the consequences of this thing. Like, can we manage them? And I just think we're losing. I think you look at like a Lily Phillips and you're like, man, she's not going to make more money doing anything else than this. But who knows what kind of personal hell that is for her to go through that.
For sure.
And it's going to inspire a lot of other women who feel like they don't have other options.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing is kind of like scary as you look at these like 17-year-old girls that know they already have some sort of.
There's a. I want to be like Plan B, but like it's so many people's Plan A now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean to even move away from just OnlyFans, it's like content creation, which is what we're trying to get in on.
Mm-hmm.
Like content creation is, that's just it. It's like, oh, well, I'll just be this thing now instead of like go to school.
I want to do nothing for society in a way, like in my worst way. Like it's like I just want to entertain.
Right.
Everyone just wants to entertain. It's like, well,
Yes.
who's gonna fucking put up the,
who's gonna build the stage?
who's gonna make sure the plumbing works? No one wants to do that.
No.
And that shit is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about that a lot too, how those particular jobs, like the plumbers, the electricians, like parents steer their kids away from that. Because like, no, go to college, like become a doctor, become a lawyer. And it's like, those are great jobs too, but there's nothing wrong with the trades. And in fact, they're proving to be much more useful and like necessary for society.
Yeah.
But there's no veneration for it. There's no like, this is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
To your point, everything is like, get really big on Twitch.
Right.
Like find a way to pull from the system, not give back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's tough.
No, and it's hard. Like most news, I'm having a hard time adding to the conversation because I'm so far like removed from porn.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't watched porn in years, genuinely.
Damn.
And that's because
What is that like?
I became a stepmom, and then
You're like, I'm so sick of these videos.
no, literally,
That is not what it's like.
you
just
become an
close the
actual
laptop.
stepmom, and then you're like, you go on and you just want to watch two people not related to each other in any way have sex. That's all you wanted to watch, and you can't find it.
Yeah.
Because I'm dedicated to not using the search bar because I'm too worried about my internet history. So I will not use the search bar. I'm just going to scroll. I want my phone to think I got here on accident. I was like, oh, I didn't come here looking for something. Whoopsie daisy. And I guess I'll watch this.
I was looking for Pork Hub. I'm trying to make ribs.
I was trying to make dinner later because I'm a good stepmom. I'm not one of these deviants online.
I'm trying to learn how to make dinner at 1:30 in the morning.
No, but it's like, it's every single one. It's even the ones that like you were like, these are just two people. It's not in the title. You click on it, and then that's all they're talking about is how they're step related. And I'm just like, no. And then I have to get out of it. What?
You're like Johnny Sins has way too many sisters, man.
Yeah.
Because
Way too
how
many.
often is his dad remarrying is all I want to know. What's going on there? Where is the system breakdown at? No, but I for like that.
Why are these families failing?
That none of these category is not slowing down at all. And then I'm just like, I'm done. I'm not gonna do this anymore. Yeah. And then I was like, I do a joke that's in that vein, and I was like, what if I try it again? And like I was like, I'm gonna try and go watch porn again. And then I went and did it. And porn, and I just watched one for a few minutes. I got out of there because I was like, God, this isn't for me either. It just feels like YouTube for kids. It's just like, hey guys, now this hilarious thing's gonna happen and we're gonna have sex with each other. And then it's like, this other guy showed up, and it's just like, I hate this too. Like this is too close to like and again, it's like content creation. It's like they're trying to make it feel like YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah.
No, you're right. It's the content creation industry has bled into everything. Mm-hmm. And that's what's nice about an OnlyFans thing is it has taken the power away from like the legacy companies so that these people can do it themselves. Mm-hmm. But even then, it's weird. To me, it's just weird. The idea that like, because what people are really paying for with OnlyFans is they want the girlfriend experience. They want to be messaging. I really think that the main thing is they want the messaging.
Yeah.
And at some level, they know they're not messaging that person. Mm-hmm. They're messaging somebody in the Philippines who's doing this for like...
Or a robot who they also do stuff like that Jared taught me about.
Right.
Yeah. They could have bought a bot and then told the bot like, hey, say this sexy message to this guy.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet probably. I feel good about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's again, it should exist. It should be allowed to exist. People should be allowed to do what they want. Yeah. I think it's pretty obvious that there are some glaring issues with building an economy around, again, even self-exploitation. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
It's your right to do that, but I don't know. I would challenge the notion that it's not bothering you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would just kind of be my thing. It's like watching someone be in a toxic relationship and they're like, no, I swear, like this time it's different.
Yeah.
Or you don't understand it's like, okay, that can be true.
Mm-hmm.
And I can still watch this thing and go like, this makes me feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
How are you not feeling bad?
Right.
And that's usually where those types of conversations end, right? Because like, I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
It just gets swept under the rug. So
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing a lot of that in society, a lot of sweeping shit under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
We know this is not great, but also, I think I talked about this in the podcast before. I think it's really concerning that like the two big industries that kids are getting into are nicotine products and like sports gambling.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Noah's here. He's one of them.
He's into both. Yeah.
Right.
Kid loses $8 every weekend. He won't,
God damn.
can't stop himself.
And you're still able to buy your vapes or whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy a new one every time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, every week, new one.
But is there like a piece you switch out in it, or it's a whole new apparatus every time?
It's a new one because it's disposable. So I'm dumb and I don't get the ones that are refillable.
Okay, so they both exist.
Yeah, because I'm addicted to a certain flavor and a certain brand of one and I'm just not going to change that.
Do you want to manifest their sponsorship of the pod? And
100%.
We're willing to flip on our morals
Yeah.
immediately if money is involved. I just want to say here, I have opinions.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Well, they're also banned.
Big time, fuck them. We're here for whoever wants to pay us any amount of
Oh
money.
my God. Like,
Maybe we can get like a Juul sponsorship because all the other vapes are like banned in California.
yeah.
That'd be good. Then I feel like I could get a real good education on it, and I could understand how it is to really move their product. So, what is your favorite flavor? What's the favorite one?
Let's go Juul mango.
Mango.
Or they only go mint or like tobacco. Juul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some places you can't do the flavors, right? In California, you can't do the flavors.
Yeah, you can't do the flavors anymore. That's why I was like, oh, maybe not even mint, so like tobacco flavored.
And without incriminating people on this really big podcast, some people still have flavored ones. How are they getting those?
Because smoke shops still sell them just illegally.
Got it.
So they always ask for cash.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll just put it in as like a pack of cigarettes and then charge you. Yeah.
It's probably like good stain. Like we have so many laws against like different chemicals and stain. Like if you're going to stain your deck or whatever, a lot of contractors will just buy that shit in the next state over and have it shipped over.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that stained. What does that mean?
Like staining your deck? Like okay, sorry, my bad.
No, I'm
Apologies.
excited.
No, I'm a contractor's daughter, so I was like, I'm trying not to go right into the trades as you were talking about it
Hit
earlier.
me with that trade jargon.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, so if you have a deck and you have like a real wood deck, right? You're not gonna go. Yeah, you know staining. I know you do.
I thought you were using a metaphor.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm being so unmetaphor right now. I'm like, when you stain a deck, there's a bunch of shit you're not allowed to have in it. The good stuff.
Got it.
So you gotta go to the next state over because we're in California. Not to dox us, but that's where we live.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yes, you want to apply a stain to the deck because you want to like maintain the wood for as long as possible. Maybe you want to change the color up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You want to like lock in the woody goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta go to the next state over. I imagine stuff like that probably happens for nicotine or tobacco, whatever it was.
Well, it sounds like, regardless of what the law is, they're finding ways around it.
Yeah.
What do people in Texas do? Isn't weed illegal in Texas still?
It is, but there's certain THC products that you can still buy. It's like one of those Delta 9 or something.
Like fake weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Damn.
then
I don't know
also-
how it works.
So
Also,
they're
people
just
are probably
not
just
high
trying
over
to-
there, or do they still have like drug
Oh, it
dealers?
still works. I mean,
Do they still have like drug dealers then? Because I feel like drug dealers are becoming scarce in California.
when I was in Austin, there was a big weed shop, but it was specifically those synthetic,
Mhm.
technically legal products.
That's lame.
It's like the mushroom gummies that you can get from the gas station at 7-Eleven. Because it's like psilocybin is illegal, right? Or decriminalized, but like muscimol is not. Muscimol technically also gets you high, but it's a very different type of high. So people are like taking this, being like, I'm taking mushrooms like you are, but you're not taking the ones that are like Terrence McKenna's talking about. So those, remember, I took
name.
one of those here and I fucking thought I was falling asleep. Like I got one from, I think, Luis Perez or from Noah Jones.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm going to try this. I need you to come over, like, just in case something happens. And it was really boring. Like, I just started feeling like I was in, like, a really dreamy haze. And then when you left, I was like, dude, is life real? Like, I just don't feel like, I felt like that feeling you feel like when you wake up before your alarm and you're half awake. Like, I was stuck there for like 6 hours in the middle of the day. And I was like, this is not fun. This is whack.
That's just mostly how I experience life, I feel like. I feel like I'm always in that. I'm always like, what the fuck is going on? So it's like, I'm very not into like being high because I'm just like, I need to be low. What is this? Get me down from here. Because I think naturally I'm just a very like,
Get me down from
get
here.
me down from here. I want to get low. But yeah. No, I had like one experience always as an adult. We talked about this, I think, briefly like pre-pod last week. But could never get being high down. Like the only way I could ever like get any sort of buzz is from a charge, which was new vernacular, I guess, to you guys, which is like the lamest, my personal opinion, probably the lamest way to try to get any kind of high, but it's like somebody knows how to inhale. I don't know. Somebody knows how to inhale and then they blow their exhale into your mouth, essentially. That was the only way I could do it. And then like as like
Just sounds like a fuckboy's way of making sure he kisses everybody in the group.
These were my fuckboy days, okay? These were pre-max.
I can only get off on a charge, baby.
That's it. I can only go. That is funny. And then like maybe 5 years ago or so, it was like, oh, it's, whatever. There's gummies. Like I've never tried that. And so like me and like not my friend, the lady who's not my friend anymore, shout out to her. I hope she's still doing bad. She was like, let's get gummies or whatever. And so, I have no patience, it turns out. And then, so I was like, we had like a popsicle and then I was like, this is nothing. She's like, you know what? Sometimes you need a drink to like set it off. And I was like, I bet you do weed. I don't. And then, so we had some maybe Smirnoff Ice or something for like the ladies. But, then she's like, oh, I have these gummies too. And there was like 2 different kinds. Cause I was like, I don't want to do the sleepy kind. I want to do the fun kind. And then so we started with that. She's like, well, I have the sleepy kind. I was like, let's throw those on top. And then I would put like 4 in my mouth. And then she's just like, how many do you have? I was like, I have 4 right now. And then she's just like, I didn't even know you can do that. And I was like, bitch, I can do anything. That's crazy. And then we ordered pizza and then just got super sick. And then I was just like, how do you know how much weed you do? And then she was just like, I don't know. And then so I was like, we did too much. And then I just threw up and it was and then never since.
Yeah.
No.
It always blows my mind the way people don't manage their doses when they try stuff. I've just always been so afraid. Like I'm such a like, what does 1 milligram do? What does 3 milligrams do? What is 5? Like, we're going to, like, work our way up. People was like, I just took a handful and went for it. I was like, Jesus Christ, you basically
and then that handful didn't work, so I went and got another handful because I was like, when is anything going to happen?
Everything can take at least a half hour to an hour to kick in.
I don't have time. I'm an adult person. I need to, like, I have allocated 1 afternoon to this. This is what we have. We need to, and we did it very safe. We were, like, at her apartment. It was like house to ourselves, and then she had her 2 dogs. And then I was like, people have talked about, I've heard people who have taken like ayahuasca, and I was like, I feel like we have very similar experiences because they talk about like there's this lady, I guess, that like comes to you, and there was fully a lady on the ceiling, and I was like, don't let me die. That was it. I was like, don't let me die. And then you do that thing where like no one's ever died of weed before, but then her dog came up. And her dog laid on me. And, like, that dog doesn't normally fuck with me. I'm like, fuck, dogs know when people are going to die. They do. Well, they know when they're going to die. Like, they'll go hide under the bed and shit. But I was like, fuck. I was like, this is going to be it. I was like, that sucks that she's got to explain this.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. I'm going to be the first person. Because then I'm like, no one's ever died from weed. And then you're like, how would you know? It's probably covered up somewhere. I'm also going to get into conspiracies now.
There you go.
That's all.
I do hear that like at the very, very high doses of edible marijuana, it can get psychedelics. That doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah, miserable. Hated it.
Everyone talks about how it's not fun.
No.
I've never heard one good trip report from like a 200 milligram, unless you're Joey Diaz. But even then,
I think
it's
I
like,
was Joey Diaz for that that brief stint of time. But again, I'm sure that's wrong. Don't do it like that. But
no, I don't think that's a good idea.
no. And then you just feel hungover the
You
next
shouldn't
day.
do it, but I will defend your legal right to get to do it.
I do that, yes. If that's what you want to do, if you want to go meet the lady and you want people's dogs to come lay on you, and then you're probably going to die, and then you're just going to throw up all that delicious pizza that you had.
And like we said, if you're one of those guys who can't get a lady right now because of the way things are, you might as well meet one in the drug world.
Yeah. We respect your right to do that. That's all we're getting at.
Absolutely.
That's all we're getting at. Libertarian-esque podcast.
Low key.
A little bit. And honestly, kind of how I feel, where I'm like, yo, yeah, go do it. You do want to do OnlyFans? Go do it. You want to go have sex with 1,000 guys? Go do it. And then
But don't tell me it's good for you. That's my only thing. It's like, if I can look at it and be like, this looks like it's bad for you.
Well, yeah, you, for sure. Me, I'm not putting that into that. I don't think about that at all. I'm like, that's crazy. That's literally all I think. I'm like, that's crazy on you. And then I'm going to go back over here and not do any piece of that. That's all. And you're not wrong, and I'm not wrong, but you're not right, and I'm not right either. How about that?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
No, you're
if
like,
someone
I'm
intentionally,
right, I'm right, they're wrong.
No, again, I think there's certain things we don't agree are not objectively good things.
Sure.
And if things result in those things, it's like, well, then this is probably not good.
But you could do that thing.
You could do it.
That's what we're
but
about.
And it's just those conversations when someone knows they're fucking up, and they come to you and like, no, let me explain to you why I'm not fucking up, and it's like, I'm not going to listen. I'm sorry.
Sounds like you might be fucking up.
Yeah. It sounds like you know you're fucking up and you just want me to help you feel better about it and be like, no, it's okay that you did that. And that's just not how I'm going to be. I'm going to be like, wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. We love saying that. We love saying that unironically. Any other crazy things popping off in the news?
Luigi Mangione.
Yes.
Pleaded not guilty to murdering the CEO, which is super weird.
So what did he say he did?
I don't know what he said, but what I've found since this happened, because this is all just stuff I like downloaded right before.
He slipped and fell on a gun, and that gun.
Oh no, he's saying
accident?
he's being framed for it.
Oh,
he's saying he's being framed. I guess if you look at the original video footage. Again, I'm not speaking for myself. I don't know what a real hitman looks like or not. This is what certain people that I have law enforcement experience have said. They watch it. They go, this looks like the work of a professional killer. The way he approaches the target, the way he stands to shoot the target, the way he clears his gun jams multiple times without losing his cool, suggests that this was done by a trained professional. Luigi is not a trained professional. He is an engineering student from some high-end university. His family is apparently really close with some politicians, so he's like upper society. And apparently he was due to receive a very fat inheritance from a grandparent. So what is interesting is that when he was discovered at the McDonald's very close to where it happened, he had everything on him that you need to like basically be like dead to rights. This is him. He had the gun, he had the silencer, he had a 3-page manifesto and like some other shit. When he gets put in jail, they ask his mom if he'd ever do something like this. She goes, oh, absolutely, my son would do something like this.
That's crazy. You don't say that if you're the mom.
Exactly. So it's like, what? And then after all that, like up to this point, you're like, okay, clearly he must have done it and he wanted to get caught because he didn't put up any type of resistance when he was approached at McDonald's. It seemed like, did you watch the new Batman with Robert Pattinson?
Bits and pieces.
Okay, did you get to the part where the Riddler's like at the cafe?
No.
He's like been waiting for Batman, and like Batman shows up, and he's like, "Fucking took you a while." Like, it was like that. Like it was like, "Oh, this is Luigi doing that," and then he goes in there and he's like, "Yeah, not guilty. I'm being framed for this." And now people are like, "Wait, what the fuck is happening?" So, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
No,
but
because what is his like original beef? If he did it, because allegedly he didn't do it.
So originally they said first like his mom got screwed over by the healthcare company, and then people are like he got screwed over by the healthcare company.
Right, but then if you have so much money, then it's like
I don't know.
You can figure stuff out.
Yeah, what's fun is that none of it makes any sense.
That is fun.
And very few things are making sense now. Like these drones,
that's true,
making no sense.
No sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Luigi thing not making any sense.
Nope.
To my like perspective, the Lily Phillips thing, not making any sense.
Sure.
How mathematically, what are you doing?
Physically,
Yeah, what are you doing?
The physical mechanics of it as a lady, I don't want to be problematic on accident. As a vagina owner, day one vagina owner, the mechanics of that is what I get stuck on every single time. 100 to 1,000 guys.
That's got to be a lot.
It is a lot.
And again, it's like if you look at a picture of Lily Phillips, and not that this particularly matters, it does just add to the bizarreness. It's like she's a very pretty girl. Like I don't like. It's not like she's like struggle. I don't know. I couldn't imagine she's struggling too hard just being a regular OnlyFans girl.
Right.
So it's like okay, like I don't know. That whole world makes me look super conservative and old school. So I just kind of like go, this is how I feel about it. I don't give a fuck what you want to do, but that's how I feel about it.
She's going for greatness, Jared. She's
Yeah.
going for the glory of it. She wants
She's going for the glory hole.
She
apparently.
wants the legend.
Olympics.
It's the legend.
Who is
of
the most
Lily.
famous porn star to you?
The most famous? Shit. I can't even remember her name. Oh, like probably like Lana Rhodes.
Hilarious.
Sure.
And that's like a newer one. I would have said like Lisa Ann.
Lisa Ann.
Probably
okay.
like because she's still relevant in different ways now. But even then, like aside from when you want to jerk off, do you think about these people? Like what level of greatness are you talking about? Like what, no one's like freaking out to be, oh my God.
See, she's trying to get that like Ron Jeremy level. But for
And she has to be an ugly fat man.
Yeah.
What's great about Ron Jeremy was that he looked like aside from his dick, no one would ever want to touch him. It's incredible because it's every fat, ugly guy's archetype of like, that could be me. If my dick was a little bit bigger, I could also have this,
Yeah.
That's a fact actually.
First official podcast fact.
That's reality. So put that in your vape and smoke it.
Go ahead, do that.
Go off, guys. I told you I'm a little tired today.
That's okay.
A little grumpy.
Yeah. And then you still have to watch the news and you still have to explain the news to me.
Oh God, every time I go, I got to remember this.
Yeah.
I
Or
can't.
Caitlin will never know.
She'll never know, and it's not going to change her life at all. But
Honestly. I'm very in my own lane, doing my groundwork.
in a way, I genuinely do think more people need to be like that, though.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Just try being happy. It's nice.
Just work on being cool with your family. Like, work on, like, I don't know. Work on the shit
Quit
that's
your
in front of
job. Try to be a comedian.
you. Do something
At
normal.
32, that's a good age to do that.
It's
Everybody
pretty- yeah.
knows.
Everybody knows. It's like, you're in your prime.
Obviously.
Every time someone sees Kaylee, goes, oh
This
my
is
God, you
it.
know what's crazy too? She's in her prime.
Yes. I can't- That's very silly.
No, but seriously, I mean, like, you seem to have a functional marriage. You seem to be
Shout out.
doing well as a stepmom. Like,
Double shout out. Thank you.
yeah, I know you've expressed like having issues with your family, but it sounds like you guys actively work to like not do that as much.
There's certain family members where it's like we do actively work towards something, but then also it's like I'm actually really big on like my perception of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gotta change my perception. Like this person is never gonna be the person I want, and so I just gotta vibe out with what we got.
But that's the best way I think you could be in those types of situations. And that's very different than what you see online, which is nothing is my fault.
Yeah.
X,
no.
Y, and Z is the problem. And I need my congressman to do this. And until they do it, I'm off the hook. There's no reason why I need to get my life together because everything is so fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spend all day talking about why it's fucked up. I don't know. It's fun. Complaining is fun. I do it a lot on this show, but I do it as fun.
Yeah.
As soon as it's over, I go back to, playing Pokemon and watching more conspiracy videos so I can get ready for my next recreational anger.
No recreational anger.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. No.
No.
I don't think so, but that's okay. That's why we're different. But complaining is fun. I could do a complaint. I don't know how likable I am in this story, to be honest. Because I told it to Max after it happened to me, and he was like, What are you talking to me about?
Hit us with it. Let's
okay,
see.
I was at Safeway like 3 days after Christmas, right? Safeway, you have to like have their app now. And like it used to just be if they have your phone number, then you get whatever deals are going on.
Right.
Now, I don't know how big on grocery shopping you are. Now you have to like scan a digital coupon for certain things. Not all of them, but some of them. Riveting stuff. I'm hearing myself. This sucks. Don't worry. There's going to be other people involved pretty soon. But anywho, so I'm like, all right, fine. I'm tired of not getting deals on stuff. So I was trying to like, I had the app. I was trying to literally scan something in my cart to like add a deal to it. So I'm, first of all, so good at the grocery store. I am like, I'm in. I know where everything is. I get out. I know when I can use a self-check, when I cannot use a self-check. Anyway, so I pull over to the side. I have like the snack aisle. I was trying to get, Max is on these like flaming hot pretzel chips things right now.
Those things that I showed you guys?
No, but because I couldn't find them, I was looking in the pretzel section. I still can only find those at the Dollar Tree and little tiny bags. I want a big bag of it. But anyway, no, they're Cheeto flaming hot.
Man, if we get them as a sponsor, holy crap.
Pretzel crisps.
Yeah.
The spicy ranch. Ooh. Anywho. I was like, ooh. I was pulled over. I pulled my car all the way over to the side. I was the only one in like the snack aisle. And I'm by like the big bags of candy. And I had a thought to myself that I was like, nobody's going to want the big bags of candy 3 days after Christmas. Because everybody got Christmas stocking whatevers. Or Hanukkah whatevers. Because Hanukkah happened like super late in December, I think, this year. Anyway, whatever holiday, whatevers. And then so I was like pulled over there. I couldn't get I was like, why does the app not work while I'm in the store? And then this lady comes up and she like pulls her cart all the way up to me. We are not in a busy aisle. She's like right behind me. And it's like, here's my complaint. Bring back saying, excuse me. That's it. Just say, excuse me, because I don't know what to do now. So it's just like, I don't know what to do. And so it's like, so she pulls her car all the way up to me and I'm looking at my phone and then she like reaches and I was like, oh, she's trying to get that back. So I scoot my cart, my buggy this way. So she goes and grabs it. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Then she proceeds to like reach over like by my face. And I was just like, and then I'm like, cause sometimes I'm also like, you for real are going to have to say, excuse me. Because, like, I did move for the first big bag of candy that you're trying to get. And then she, like, reaches over by my face. And then I smile because I'm like, that's crazy. I'm literally like, that's crazy at the grocery store. And then this lady goes, are you fucking kidding me? And I looked up, I snapped my head up from the phone. And all I could muster was, like, I just laughed. I full on laughed in that lady's face. And then I was like, I just laughed. And then I walked over and then I skipped the soda aisle. I went to the next aisle, which has the energy drinks that I live on. I go over to the energy drinks part. Why is she right behind me? And then I'm like, okay, are you following me? And then so she just is like, we're on the store the whole time.
Wow.
We're in the same place. And I was like, yo, there's just... what are we doing here? And it's like, because I laughed and I looked at her and we made eye contact. I couldn't muster anything else because it's like that we like live in a society where it's easier to be like, are you fucking kidding me than to say, excuse me.
Yeah.
I was trying to grab that candy that you're standing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it. I probably look like a vapid asshole where she probably thinks I'm TikTok dancing or something. I'm not. I'm just trying to make the digital coupon work in the Safeway app. That's it. I just want to get my groceries.
This is Safeway's fault.
This is Safeway's business. I'm staying in my lane. I'm not here. I'm not filming a this, that kind of song dance where you're trying to shop. Anyway, then I get in line. She gets in line behind me. This bitch. And then I look up and I smile at her. And then she leaves, goes to the other one. I was like, okay, cool. Because I was like, maybe she likes me. I don't know. And then I was like, nope, she doesn't. That's cool. And then so she goes to this line.
So wait, at this point, you're still thinking you might be buddies?
I don't know. Anything's possible. This is America. Anything could happen. And then but I'm also like, but what if this lady wants to fight me? I'm thinking of every angle. Because I was like, okay, but also if you want to fight me, it's on. I'm going to get to talk about that on the podcast. Spoiler alert, she doesn't. And so I check out. I go, our cars are parked one car away from each other. And like I had the idea to be like, I should see if I can return her cart to the cart return for her. Cause I don't know. I'm like kind of being a fuckhead, but I'm kind of not, where I'm just like, cause I also like, I laugh, but I'm also like, dude, I don't want to be rude, but I'm going to be rude. But it was like, you are like so upset. Like you're so sad or mad or
why
like,
are you so pressed, bro?
yeah, you're big time pressed, bro. And like, I'm just happy. I'm just trying to get fucking deals on like the fucking pretzel chips for my husband. And it's like, I'm like having a nice time. I'm having a nice time at the grocery store. I'm just me and my thoughts, and we're just doing whatever. And we're just trying to get deals, dude. We're just trying to be fucking fiscally responsible. And you are just coming with a bad attitude to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so
You're
anyway.
bringing in way more than the groceries today.
And then so I didn't and you know what? I didn't take her cart back. I put my cart back, and then we both left the parking lot at the same time. That happened. I don't know how likable I come across in that story to like laugh in another person's face, but I was also just like, yo, dude, you're big time pressed, bro, about this big bag of candy. And I'm sorry Santa didn't fill up your stocking. Like that you got to now come get the big bag of candy.
Yeah.
That happened. Complaints.
Could be that her husband's not stuffing her stocking at all too, which is why she's just so angry at the grocery store.
Then I understand more why you're big time pressed, but like didn't do that. I didn't not stock any of your stuff, like stockings.
Right.
That
not
wasn't me.
Yeah.
I just, I'm so nice to people in public. I'm just always like, let me get that for you. Oh, you want to go ahead of me? Because you only have a few things. Da, 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 da.
Try me. I have a podcast.
Try me. I have a podcast. Literally, I was like, this dumb bitch. I'm going to go on stage for the next 6 months. I'm going to tell this story. I'm going to make you, you're going to sound so bad when I actually work out what that story is. I had that thought. I was like, dude, one day that's crazy for you that you're going to be that lady that was a fucking dick to me at the fucking grocery store. So anyway, that's all. I was like complaining school. Okay, this happened to me in the last 2 weeks, but I was like, that's the thing where I'm just like, why does nobody say excuse? That's it. Just say excuse me. That's all. That's my message. I'm pro excusing yourself. That's it. That feels pretty good, actually.
I feel like there was part of that where it became recreational for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And that is what's fun about comedy, where it's just like, I'm going to write out this experience. Because no matter what, it's like, maybe I can talk about it on my podcast. Maybe I can talk about it on stage. Like I can turn it into a joke. But that's like very silly to me for you to be like, you told me, am I fucking kidding you? But you can't be like, oh, excuse me, I was trying to get that.
Yeah.
Yo. What are your thoughts on manners?
Yeah. It is weird that it wouldn't even have been a big deal. Could have been very quick. It's not
a big deal. And it probably still isn't a big deal, but that's how I experienced it.
Well, the fact that you guys were in the, like, you had to keep seeing each other at the store was weird.
I know. I was like, go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take the most optimal route in the grocery store.
Maybe that's what she's thinking.
Well, not good, because I'm like, I'm going to start at produce. I'm going to select all my produce, and then I'm going to get all my canned goods, and I'm going to get all my breads and stuff, and I'm going to get the cold stuff at the end. And I know that best route in the grocery store. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to divert from that just because you were rude and sweared at me. And you don't know me to swear at me.
Right.
That's all. Noah?
Yeah, that's annoying that
Thank
you were
you.
like on the same
Thank you.
path.
Right.
Yeah, you were like synchronized shopping.
I know. We could have been best buds. That's what's so sucky about it.
We could have been brothers. We could have been
brothers.
People could have been so many things, and you chose to be a dumb fucking bitch. Thank you. Thank you for that.
That stinks.
That does stink.
But then I'm also like, but that stinks for that person.
Yeah.
Because then after I told Max, I was like, whatever. Because he was like, he did not understand at all. You guys understood way better what I was just saying. But he was like, yes. Like, he's just like, that's, yep. Mm-hmm. How you feel, I feel. I was like, thank you. That's all.
Wow. I liked it. That was a good story.
Do you want to complain about something? Feels nice.
I don't know that I have anything at the moment. I mean, we got my society stuff out. I was talking to my mom earlier. I got all my ills about society out earlier. Mm-hmm. That was good.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes me like self-centered, but I'm always just like, what specific thing happened in my life? I don't know anything about what's in the sky. I do know about bitches at the grocery store, you know? And that's what I choose to get upset about. Like, that's where I spend my energy.
There's this painting you've probably seen it before too. I think Da Vinci or Michelangelo did it, and I think it's just called the Stoa. It's just like Plato and Aristotle, and then like all their like buddies. It almost looks like the Last Supper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like set out like that. Like someone's like looking up at, I think, the Parthenon, and it's like the two of them. And I believe Plato's pointing up.
They're touching, right?
They're not touching. That's different. That's a different Michelangelo one. That's
Almost
God and Adam. Yeah, but you're in the right vein.
Yeah.
It's that style of painting.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, Plato and Aristotle were like mentor and student,
Mm-hmm.
and the big like schism between the two of them. This is a very low resolution way to explain this, but it's
That's
shown in the painting.
resolution I need.
Basically, Socrates was all about like big ideas, like things that weren't touching, like real or not physical.
Mm-hmm.
And his student Plato like started science. Like he was all about like, let's observe the material world and just see what we can glean from that. Like there's wisdom here. Whereas like Plato's like, nah, wisdom's in like the mind, it's in ideas. And so it's a picture of them, and like Plato's pointing down and Socrates is pointing up to show like one of them was about the spirit and one of them was about earth. And in a very not same way at all, kind of the same, like that's us. Like you're here and I'm there. And I think about that all the time because it's good for me, because this is stuff that I just go like, yeah, these stupid ants. Like, what are you gonna do?
Right.
What are you gonna do? I'm up here, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about this.
Right.
But
Down here, dog.
You need people. I just love that. Like, I don't know what's in the sky, but I know about bitches at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I need to know about bitches at the grocery store.
We could go. We keep talking about things we should do together. Maybe we go grocery shopping. No, you're big on grocery shopping these days.
Yeah, kind of. I guess so.
He went from 0% to any percent, so it's
yeah,
100% increase from last year.
From whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, cereal, turkey. You know,
Gotta get that turkey.
essentials.
Like lunch meat turkey.
I guess.
Yeah,
so.
he likes to put it in his cereal.
Gouda. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You short circuited when I said that. You're all, I didn't even think of that.
Because I imagined it and I was like, would it taste good? And I was like, probably not.
No.
So
Then you found out.
yeah, I had to think on it first. 'Cause
Yeah.
you never know.
Right. Until you try.
He had to give it a think.
Yeah. What else do you get at the grocery store?
Well, I just found out lunch meat is unhealthy.
Yeah, the nitrates in it.
Fuck. Again, and I think about that all the time. I have no.
About ready to.
What?
You have to spin me up on a whole
Oh,
different thing.
I have no idea about nutrition at all. I was like, yo, the turkey is not healthy.
Yeah, we don't care about it in this country. That's the number one thing. Like, all of our food supply is like poison
Yeah.
compared to like what they eat in Europe.
I'm just hearing about this.
And
yeah.
this is exactly why everyone in our country is on drugs, besides from the fact that we try to like over prescribe everything.
Right.
The stuff we eat makes us sick
Right.
all the time. And so it's probably why cancer rates are going up like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
yeah.
It's just like we're at every stage of how we're supposed to be living our lives.
Mm-mm.
We're just doing it wrong because the country has been sold to big corporations.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everything is monopoly. So Monsanto is the company that like owns all the farmland and like makes all the seeds for the stuff, because like fruits, I guess, don't look like they're supposed to. We've like genetically modified all of them,
Like the chicken breast.
like the chicken
That's
breast
not how
too.
they're supposed to
But
look.
even like
dude.
bananas they're not supposed to look like that.
Shouldn't look like
Oranges
that.
aren't supposed to look like that. I mean, no, one of them, I might need you to look this up. One of the common fruits that we eat is like completely created.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't think it's an apple, but like maybe it's the banana. Something had to get spliced with a different fruit to
Mhm.
be what we have now. And I'm talking like either a grape or a banana, like one of those like common ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked up like man-made fruits. It
Smart.
shows bananas, peaches, strawberries, watermelons, oranges, and apples.
Wow, that's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So those are probably just all the things that
Is it
they've
pears?
spliced and stuff.
Maybe well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's bananas, because
There's
I
a
think
pear apple.
a lot of those fruits in their original like forms did not just have as much of it that you could eat.
For sure.
A lot bigger seeds, like a lot less food for the actual person.
Mm-hmm.
And then like even now, like anything frozen, you got to imagine they're putting some sort of preservative in there.
Right.
One of my like New Year's resolutions is to try to stop drinking Diet Coke, just because And that's hard because for me, it's just I'm a caffeine addict. That's pretty much all it is. I just need a smaller dose of caffeine at the end of the day because a full cup of coffee will keep me up all night.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that aspartame stuff can't be good for me.
Probably
Not good, but
I don't want to you go, Noah.
Yeah, so I did another search. I said completely man-made. It says bananas, strawberries, watermelons, boysenberries, star fruit.
Apples are safe now.
yeah, because I think apples are pretty. They've bred them to make them bigger and like tastier than they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But like that, I'm pretty sure the banana is like damn near created.
Yeah.
Which is weird because monkeys eat them all the time, which means what the fuck were they eating before?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that like it that type of stuff is stuff I'm always gonna want to yell and complain about because it's just like this is crap. We wonder why everyone's depressed and unhappy and like it's like things aren't going well. It's like we've taken, I guess in a perfect world, your government's supposed to help you live better. And very clearly, the more you dig into like what we do, it's like that's not what we're doing at all. Where how do we make sure the companies that keep our nation rich get to be richer at the expense of like the population? And so I think Bo Burnham talked about it is like in before we used to colonize land, that was a thing you could. That's where the value was stored. And now the social media companies realize the last frontier is like your mind. They want to colonize your attention. They want to keep you on an app all the time. And they're going to try to, and this is where you're, by not being on it, you are like safeguarded from this, like, you're not here wondering if you have ADHD or if you need this. Or like they're constantly pushing, like you have an issue and I have the solution. Like, were you going to say something else?
Oh, I was just going to say that monkeys ate other like soft fruits at the time before bananas, like or nuts and seeds. They also ate meats. I think they ate each other too.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be a dumb bitch.
I'm pretty sure they ate each other.
I mean, yeah, we're monkeys. We eat meat. Not too crazy to think that they used to too.
We eat each other all the time.
No. No, we don't. Nope. No. Other animals' flesh. Sure.
How many people in the population do you think are cannibals?
Some. Not a lot. I think few. Not gonna put a number to it. Because if you were like, how many people are in America, I feel like I'm gonna blow your mind with a real stupid number in one direction or the other. I'm either gonna shoot way low or way high. I
wasn't thinking you'd have like 1,896. I was thinking more like,
because then I look like one of them, and I'm not.
No, I was thinking like 3%.
3% of the world or America?
Of the world.
Because I think probably more in America. I think a lot of.
I think there's more cannibals in America than there is in the like a percentage. Okay. I think we know what I'm trying to say, but I want to make sure I say it right.
Sure.
Relative to the population of the U.S., you think there's a higher percentage of cannibals than if you take the population of the whole world and then?
No, but like country by country, sure. But you can't count
You think we're doing it more than like the Congo and shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I looked it up. There's like no number of people or percentage.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like trying to figure out how many pedophiles there are.
Yeah,
they're not going to fucking tell you.
They're like, and did you eat any people?
Honestly, I've been looking for these guys. I don't think they're real. No one's copping up to it.
No.
We also can't find murderers. We can't find anyone housing any human traffickers. I don't know why they keep talking about them being around. No one's saying they're doing it, man.
No one's ever jaywalked. Everybody is an outstanding. Yeah, no. I don't think you're going to self-report on cannibalism. I think you're going to try and keep it pretty under wraps.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. No, but I think some.
That's an inside thought, as Caleb would say.
Yeah. That's an inside thought.
That's an inside hobby.
That's we're gonna handle that one in house. That's it. No, so I think some. I don't think it doesn't exist, but I don't think a lot. What do you think? You think a lot?
After I watched the movie Fresh, which I know is definitely 100% historically accurate, so
Probably.
it's a valid source for this opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a community of rich people that like get off on doing it.
What would you be surprised now that there's a community?
Good point.
You know, I'm sitting here. I'm like, what is my thing of that? I'm like, nah. I'm like, you tell me anything. I'm like, yeah, that happens.
Probably. There's probably 20 people online that are into that thing.
I bet probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm just thinking about all the horrible things like early internet, like back AOL, you got mail. Ugh, some of the shit you were able to find, like pre Two Girls, One Cup type stuff.
Oh.
Because that was like the big one that was
There was
like,
even internet before that? That's crazy.
I know, because two Girls, One Cup's pretty like.
When I think about the internet popping off, that's all that I'm like, that's early internet.
Yeah, I am talking about that era, but like even that, like that was bad, and I saw worse stuff.
I didn't see any of that stuff.
Good, you didn't need to.
I was way too worried about my MySpace page. I was like, this shit.
I missed MySpace entirely.
Damn, that's crazy. I've always been on the ground. I'm like, I gotta fucking.
But that must have been like the last social media you used.
Yeah, that was it. And then now I got Facebook, which I don't really like it.
Not real.
I gotta tell you, I don't really like it.
Oh, TikTok's probably gonna get banned.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tim Dillon just told me no.
He's saying no?
This morning.
Oh, maybe,
I don't know when he
something
recorded
changed.
it, but.
I know that Trump doesn't want to get rid of it now because it helped him win the election.
Right.
He's been very upfront about that. And but right now they're saying January 19th is going to be like the last day. Basically, they're going to remove it from the App Store.
Isn't that like right before inauguration?
Yeah,
day?
yeah. He gets inaugurated on the 20th.
He's like, no TikTok, and then so he doesn't want any silly videos made of him on like his first day back.
I don't know that he even has a say in it. I think it's because he'll become president the day after it happens. Maybe he can reverse it. I don't know. I don't know what executive powers he has to do that, but I know that the talk was they were going to remove it from the App Store. So if you have it on your phone, you can still have it, but it's not going to get updated. So it's eventually going to become like unusable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Skip right over that one.
I think that's a good thing that we are getting.
TikTok?
Yeah, I think it's probably a good
Do
thing.
you think that like, because I love YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Do you think YouTube Shorts changes? Because for the most part, it looks like it's just people screen recording TikToks.
Yeah, I think the easy move is people are going to start doing more Reels and more YouTube Shorts. I don't use those that much, so I don't really know how popular they are. But yeah, I'm sure it'll. The thing that made me laugh is I watched a video about people like, well, it's going to take away Gen Z's media. And I was like, good.
Yeah, take it away.
Like,
Sorry, Noah,
I just don't need to know what you guys think
off.
about most things.
Damn, Noah, they're taking everything. They're taking your tobacco. They're taking your medias.
Yeah, they want us to kill ourselves. It sucks.
Don't do that.
No, but this is just what happened with Vine. Like, it went away, died off, TikTok came. So there's going to be another one.
Yeah, everything was fine.
Yeah, we just have to
Everyone
wait.
just goes, man, I miss Vine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do miss Vine.
And that's what was happening on YouTube. Like, all, like, the shorter videos were just screen recordings of Vines.
Yeah.
And now that's TikToks. So it's just rinse and repeat. Just got to wait.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I
Optimistic.
don't buy this idea that, like, you're taking away the voice of a generation by removing an app. I just feel like that's embarrassing to even admit.
That's
Like-
whack, Noah. Don't let that happen to your generation of people.
Well, just some people use TikTok as, like, their life. Like, that's their
And
personality.
I would like to have those people back.
Yeah.
I would like them to come back to society.
Come to the grocery
Even,
store.
yeah,
Be
come to the
fucking
grocery
nice.
store.
Say, excuse me.
We got a whole
That's
plan
all.
ready for you.
Yeah. Know how to talk to another person in public.
We got it all figured out. Just
I
come
think.
come hang out with us, and we'll give you a jewel once we get the,
Right.
sponsorship. We'll get you attentive.
Yes.
We'll get you ready to go, baby.
We're going to have a promo code.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
It's going to be great.
Manifesting.
Do you have any like New Year's resolutions?
No, I don't like that. I don't like New Year's. I don't do resolutions.
Do you see it as any start of like the start of something new in New Year?
You know what's crazy is I just told Max, I was like, I really like January. Like every January, I'm like always stoked. And it's probably like, I heard this take about, I think from the Tim Dillon podcast, cause that's like all what I'm about right now. But like there was a take about like how everybody was like so into the election that the holidays, like there was so much energy put into the election. And there was like the holidays just like came and went and didn't really feel like the holidays, which was
Yeah.
interesting because I hadn't shared that. I was like, oh man, it just really came. I'm normally a lot more sad. So for me, it's pretty rocked, but like still a little sad. Don't get me wrong. But I want to set like unrealistic expectations for the Gen Zs who have to come back to YouTube. But you be a little sad. It's okay. But yeah, so he was like, the holidays didn't really feel like the holidays because we put all of our energy into that. So I don't know if I'm feeling that way, but in January, I'm always like, sick. Holidays are over. I made it. And now I can just like figure out my year.
Yeah.
That's all. But I don't do resolutions because I'm always like, not to be corny, but like I'm always like I'm not a big Band-Aid person. Like kind of like what you were speaking to earlier where it's like, oh, like the food, may or may not be making us depressed. And then it's like, well, instead of like figuring out where I can get food that's not going to do that, it's like, well, why don't I, take antidepressants or whatever, like a bit. And hey, those are applicable for some cases. There's definitely places where it's like being overused, any one thing where it's like, oh, I feel bad right now, I'm going to go scroll on my phone. It's just Band-Aids. I'm not big on that. I'm big on like, I'm sad, I'm going to figure out my entire existence right now. I'm going to pick that apart and I'm going to fix it. And then I'm going to be happy. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to keep doing it this way. So
I think it's the better way to do it.
That's it. So I just try to always do that. So it's like, so right now I'm really trying to get I'm feeling, cause I'm so new to comedy, like I'm almost coming up on a year, and it's like, it's starting to not feel, it's not new and exciting anymore, So it's like, okay, well, what is the way? Like, do I want to, am I going to start trying to find locations to do my own stuff or whatever, So it's like just trying to figure out the way to make it fun again.
Yep.
That's all.
So true.
What about you? Do you big resolution guy, big vision board?
No vision board, but I would say like, I think about kind of like you were saying, like January is a time where it's like, it reminds me that I can change things if I want to. Like, I think that's really kind of what it serves. It's like, yeah, you know what? Like, quit thinking like you're stuck in this certain thing. So like, I'm trying to do dry January this year. I think I know we talked about this. Like, there might be a point where I just stop drinking altogether. I don't know. I'm just getting really tired of feeling like so shitty all the time. But gonna try to do it for a month, which is funny because last night, of course, like hella temptations for it. They're like, what do you mean you're not gonna take a shot with us? And I was like, yeah, this is the one reason why I stay drinking, because I hate this part of being like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna have fun with you guys. I'm not gonna do that because I'm trying to be a better person. Yeah. And I was like, fuck it. Yeah, no.
But you can have fun with those guys. You're just not gonna drink. That's all.
No, for sure. But I hate that moment of just like, yeah, no, I can't do that because it's just not fun. But I got through it, and I was like, okay, at least 29 more days of this. Yeah. Can I do that? Probably.
Just tell them that they're bullying you, and you will not tolerate that. Just hit them with something like that. Just spin it on them. Just be like, you're being problematic as hell right now. That's so crazy. In 2025, we're bullying and we're peer pressuring. I don't think so. That's what you should say. Verbatim, say that.
That's good.
Yeah, try it. Do this. I don't think so. Not 2025, Jared. Couldn't be.
It couldn't be me.
That's all.
And then with that, I think I'm like just roping into dry January like soda. Try not to drink it. Like,
it's hard. Like, it's hard to do a bunch of stuff at one time.
I'm thinking I'm just gonna do them together because it's the same thing. Just like there was a period where I didn't drink soda for years. I was just drinking like coffee, water, and tea. I was doing that for a long time, and I don't know when soda creeped back in, but once it did, it was just stuck. And I'm like, I know I can do this. Like, I've done this for a long time. So it's just laziness. And again, it's just the thought that I need more caffeine at the end of the day. It's like, no, that's really all it's for. And I wouldn't say I'm particularly like into the taste. It's just, I just don't want to feel like, ugh. But I can find other ways to do that.
Yeah.
Can figure it out.
Yeah, we can.
But yeah, that's about it. And hopefully I can stick to it, because I feel like typically it's like everyone else. It's like you can stick to it for like a month and a half, 2 months, and then things just start to get out of whack. Yeah. Part of me wants to be like really mindful about the year. Be like, we're in January, now we're in February, now we're in March. Like,
that's how they go.
See what that's like. But like, no, because it's very easy to just kind of go autopilot. Yeah. And then before you know it, it's the holidays again. And you're like, yo, what the fuck happened to like everything? Yeah. So I don't know what that looks like, but that's what I want for myself, I guess.
Nice. I love that for you. You just, when people are trying to bully you. Noah, big resolutions. 2025 is the year of the Noah.
No resolutions. Just
Noah resolutions. Yep.
Just, I was glad with how the last year went. Just gonna try to repeat in a better way.
Hell yeah, Noah.
Gotta repeat.
That's it. Nice.
That means you guys got to give us your New Year's resolutions if you have them, or tell us why they're stupid.
Yeah, do that. Do something.
And then tell Caitlin exactly what to say for the next episode.
I'll say it. You think I care? You think you need to sponsor me to say whatever you want me to say? You just have to say one nice thing to me one time. I will die for your honor. I don't care. Say something, please. Say something, please. Nice. But also say your truth. I don't care. 2025 is the year of truth. Stop me. You're going to have to, it's going to go off the rails again. We're going to be here for another hour. And I'm trying to that's my New Year's resolution.
Keep it to an hour?
Keep it to an hour. That's going to be it. It's like shorter episodes.
You guys are going to get less from us this year.
Yeah. You're welcome.
We already recognized real quick.
Too much talking.
We're doing too much of it.
Less talking.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up then.
Okay. All right. We're going to go.
This is another comedy podcast. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, tell us your New Year's resolutions. And we'll be back in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye. We love you.